You see the narrative that data analysis is very easy and that it is all about building dashboards and reports. That narrative needs to stop. In fact, it needs to die right now. It needs to. Hey guys, my name is Sandra, but you can call me Coco, and welcome to Data Delights with Coco, the channel that brings you the joy of data analytics. So there's a narrative that has been going on for a while now, and I think today is the last day. I don't want to hear that narrative. I don't want to hear it from anybody's mouth again. There's a narrative that data analysis is very easy and that all a data analyst does is to build dashboards and reports. You see that narrative. That narrative is a lie. It is a big lie. There's also another narrative that it will take you just 3 months to become a data analyst. That one is also a lie, but that is a topic for another day. There was a time a friend of mine tagged me to a Twitter thread, and that particular Twitter thread was talking about the duties of a data analyst. And there were some people, I'm sure those people are not data analysts. I'm sure they were from, other professions. So they were like, data analysis looks easy because what they see people do on LinkedIn is that they build dashboards and they post to get likes. That narrative needs to stop. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it anywhere again because that is a lie. Consider the fact that me myself am a data analyst, and I think when I saw that trade, I thought about the nights, the sleepless nights that I had to sacrifice just so that I'll be able to, bring out insights from a data. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the major things that data analysts do. So if you're a data enthusiast, or you're someone who has come across that narrative, or you are someone who has been spreading that narrative, this video is for you. So stay tuned, continue watching, don't go anywhere. Okay, so the first thing on my list is data collection. As a data analyst, it is not all the time that data is brought to you. Sometimes you also have to get the data yourself. And these data can be stored in different sources. Some data sets are stored in Excel format. So all you just need to do is get the Excel file and you start working on it. But there's some times where you have to go the extra mile to get it from another repository, maybe a cloud repository or another local repository. Sometimes you even have to go the extra mile of scraping the data set that you need from a particular website or even websites. And this is not easy because it can take days, not just hours. When it comes to data scraping, my God, I cannot even begin to explain how hard that is. Sometimes data scraping can be hard, sometimes data collection. Let me use the word data collection because that is what I'm talking about right now. So sometimes data collection can be hard, okay? And when talking about data collection, it is not that you are just going there to collect everything that you see. You have to make sure that you're collecting just the right amount of data set that you need for your analysis. So, you see, it is not as easy as you thought. It is not just building dashboards, it involves quite a number of processes. And this is just the first one. And I've said data collection. And the next thing is data cleaning. Now, this one is really critical. This one is really tough. In some cases, you might not need to clean the data set because if the data set comes in clean, there won't be need for you to clean it again. All you just need to do is probably transform it and start analyzing and work on it. But there are some data sets that come in dirty, they come unstructured. And in data analysis, we have what we call the structured data and the unstructured data. So structured data are data sets that come in rows and columns. They come in rows and columns arranged. The fact that they are arranged does not mean that they are not dirty, okay? But these ones are arranged. Why we have unstructured data sets. They might come in rows and columns, but then they are not arranged the way they are supposed to be. Okay, so it is your job as a data analyst, not the job of a software engineer. It is your job as a data analyst to correct that data, to clean that data to your desired output. Okay, so the next thing is data analysis. This is where you sit down and understand your data set. This is where you sit down, try to understand the relationship between the features of your data. So data analysis is not just about bringing in visuals, charts, and placing it on your dashboard. So you have to like sit down, understand the source that this data set is coming from, and that is what we call domain knowledge. So you cannot just start analyzing a data set that you do not understand. So you need to understand that data set. You need to understand the source is coming from. You need to understand the metrics that are important to your stakeholders or the end users. You need to understand why certain things are happening, and that is why we have to find relationships. We have to um, identify patterns because it is useful to your analysis. So it is not just you bringing visuals and dropping it on a canvas. So you see those people that are telling you that it is easy. You need to tell them that it is not. It is not even near easy. It involves quite a lot. So we've talked about data collection, data cleaning. Now the next thing is data visualization, and this is where dashboards and reports come in. And need I remind you that it is not all the time that data analysts build dashboard. So it is not for every situation that they are building dashboard. I know you've seen a lot of dashboards on LinkedIn, and in your mind you think maybe it's very easy. Now let me tell you something. Before these dashboards were created, um, there was a process. It's just like before gold was made. You know what I mean by gold, right? Before these visualizations, these dashboards, these reports were made, there was a process. And we've talked about data collection because without collecting the data, you will not be able to analyze it and you will not be able to visualize it. Okay. So in data visualization, you need to understand what type of dashboard do you want to create. There are lots of dashboard. There's what we call the executive dashboard, sales dashboard, KPI dashboard. So there are lots of dashboards. So you need to understand the type of dashboard, and this is based on who your stakeholders are. So if your stakeholders are executives, then you might need to create an executive dashboard. So if your stakeholders are the operation team, then you need to create an operation dashboard. Okay, so you need to understand the type of dashboard that you want to create. That is number one. You also need to define or draw out how you want your dashboard or your reports to be structured, because creating dashboard can be hard. Sometimes you have to like, calm down and think of how you want to style it. Okay. You have to think of the color combinations that you want to use. You can't just use colors anyhow. You have to make sure that these colors are something that would be easy to relate to it. Imagine using red for a situation where you're supposed to use green. So imagine you are visualizing top products by sales, and then you are using red, and you know that red signifies danger. How can you be visualizing top products by sales and you're using red instead of green? So you need to understand that also. So you see, data analysis, dashboard creation, it is not easy as these people have made it seem like. So that narrative, like I said earlier, needs to die today. That is why I'm creating this particular video. All right, so after data visualization comes interpretation. You need to know how to interpret your findings. It is one thing to know how to build stunning visualizations, stunning dashboard. It's another thing to communicate your insights effectively, because not everyone is going to understand these charts that you are putting on your dashboard. So it is your job as a data analyst to communicate what they mean in clear or using clear English. So I've seen cases where this dashboard is very beautiful, but then the data analyst does not know how to explain what they were able to find out, and that is very wrong. So you need to work on your communication skills if you fall into that category. Communication skill is an essential skill for for every data professional. Okay, so it is not just about the techie stuff that, oh, I know how to use Microsoft Excel, I know how to use Microsoft Power BI, I know how to use Tableau. It is more than that. And then the next thing is collaboration. If you work in an organization, you are going to be collaborating with a lot of people in your organization. Maybe not a lot, maybe few, but you cannot escape collaboration. So if you are someone who likes to work alone, I don't not think this data analysis is for you, because from time to time, if you work in an organization, you might not even need to work in an organization. Maybe you are working on a project and you need help or something. You need to collaborate with other people, with other data professionals, okay, to assist you. You need to learn how to work in a team, okay? Because at the end of the day, they say we all need each other. So you cannot do it all alone. All right. So collaboration is one thing that data analysts do from time to time. And lastly, continuous learning. So do not think that as a data analyst, because you've spent 3 months or 6 months learning about data analysis and how to analyze data sets, how to build visuals, that you are safe and you do not need anything else. That is a lie. You are going to continue learning. In fact, but carry it like a school bag, because it is something that you're going to do every day. As you work on different data sets, you are learning different things. And so, because of that, you do not need to stop. You need to continue. And not only that, new tools, new technologies are being developed. So, you need to be a continuous learner. You need to learn. You need to take it as a skill. Okay, your learning never stops as a data analyst. So having said all that, I'm sure that you had a nice time watching this video. I'm sure that now those people saying data analysis is very easy and it's all about dashboard, I think now you guys will rest. I think now you guys have seen that data analysis involves more than just building dashboard. So if you found this video interesting and insightful, please make sure that you like and share, and also importantly, make sure that you subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you do not get to miss out on the interesting and useful episodes that I'll be dropping from time to time. Okay, so until next time, bye.